up to Kyle Buller to do it. Here's our opportunity to go to the podium in Alameda. This is Hue Jackson.
Hey. Oh, boy. How's everybody today? I'm tired. Very tired. But happy. But very happy. Because, again, it's not like winning. Tremendous day for the Raiders yesterday. Tough day, but a good day. And we'll continue to work. We got one more big week coming up against one of our division rivals, the Kansas City Chiefs, here at home in the O. And, again, I hope we have the same turnout that we had yesterday for our football team. I keep telling everybody the time is now. This team is working hard and making plays and getting better. And we just need to continue to cross the T's and dot the I's and stay focused. You know, obviously, it's, like I said, it's a big game this week. I mean, this is a huge game towards taking another step to where we're trying to go. Okay, where are we? Jason? Jason's going to have surgery at some point in time here today. I think he's heading there to get that done. Very unfortunate. You know, you lose your quarterback, one of the leaders of your team for a little while, and it's tough because the guy works so hard in the offseason, preparing himself and spending so much time with his teammates. But as I said, that's the nature of this game. I think the players, when they play it, they understand that. None of us like it. I don't like it. But, again, we're not going to worry about it. This team is going to win. And we're going to put a quarterback back there that can play and play well for us. And I'm very excited about where we need to go. Disappointed that I don't have our starting quarterback, but very, very excited about what the future can hold.
Jason was coming out of the parking lot, and he said that he was, optimistic and hopeful that he goes, all goes well, maybe 6 weeks. But so I imagine, for your standpoint, you must not be thinking about IR at this point. You're just going to go along and see how this thing goes, play out.
Well, you never know. I mean, I'm a way every. My job is to make sure that I put this team in position to win. And as I tell everybody, as I tell our team and our players, we're trying to win now. It's not. We're not trying to win 6 weeks from now. We're not trying to win 4 weeks from now. We're trying to win this week. And it's a week-to-week thing, and everything I can do to help this football team win, that's my job. And have great respect, like I said, for our players. But I got to look at the big picture, of it all. And I haven't sat down and done that yet. I got a very good text from Jason. Let me know exactly what he was doing, and obviously, like I said, Jason's very near and dear to me, and very unfortunate what happened. But when I look at it all, I'll come to a conclusion here, with the other people that I trust in this organization, and make the best decision for us.
As you look at quarterbacks who are out there, they're looking at two different kinds, like potential starters and potential backups.
I think you just kind of you rattle all the trees and see everything that's out there. What best fits us. It's hard to, at this particular point in time where we are, 6 games into the season, heading to a 7th. You want to find somebody that you're familiar with, somebody who kind of knows your system, knows you, knows Al. You got to have somebody that can kind of hit the ground running, whether the guy can start or whether the guy can be a backup. Because if not, it's going to take them 2 or 3 weeks or 4 weeks to get ingrained in the system, and then you're falling behind. So every move that I try to make for this team is to put, good or better, on this team, because I think that's what you have to do to keep the performance level where it needs to be. I'm not interested in just putting anybody on this team. If somebody's not going to help us, I don't think we need them. I just think we need to continue to get better in every area if we can.
How much does the trading deadline influence your actions?
I mean, it's a factor. There's no question. I mean, there's no question it's a factor because it's over tomorrow. So whatever's going to happen is going to happen pretty quickly, or nothing's going to happen. So, but we're working around the clock. We're going to shake the trees just like everybody else. Just like I told you guys back at training camp. Anything and everything we can do to get this team better, that's what we're going to do. And that's what we're in the process of doing.
Coach, it's the hardest position to replace, obviously, the QB. And we've seen over the years the Raiders kind of team psyche go with whoever that leader is. How hard is it for you to get a guy that everybody else is going to believe in?
It's hard. But, again, that's why you go through these processes of finding out and trying to find the right guy. that's the best guy for you, the best guy for your team. And this is truly about the team. It's not really about me. Those guys play, and it's got to be somebody that they like and respect and can follow if that's what we decide to do. You know, not anything against Cal. I think Cal, when I look at the tape, did a wonderful job yesterday. He missed some throws, there's no question, but for a guy that doesn't take any reps to go in there and play like he did and compete, I think he did a tremendous job. So, but I just got to make sure, again, my goal, my job is just to make sure that we're as good as we can be, and that's what I'm going to do.
Is it feasible that you could bring someone in today or tomorrow and that person could start on Sunday? Or
I'm sorry?
Is it feasible that you could bring someone in, or is Kyle pretty much
I mean, I'm not going to say he is. I'm not going to say he isn't. I mean, you just got to keep going. Right now, he's our starting quarterback, you know, and I feel good about Cal, very good. That's why he's here. I know Cal. I know what Cal is and what he's capable of doing. But again, we're chasing a championship here, and if that's the commitment I've made to the organization, then I got to do everything to make sure that we're putting championship players out there. And again, like I said, not to say that Cal's not. I got to make sure that there's not somebody out there who can come best fit us that may give us an opportunity. And if it doesn't work, you know, and on we go. But I think anybody in my situation, that's what they would do. You know, obviously there's got to be another arm added to this team just because we're down one now. So we'll continue to move forward and make sure we get something done here.
How much different is Kyle from Jason? Obviously, he was second stringer to Jason for a reason. What does he bring?
Cal is a tremendous competitor, just like Jason is. I mean, Cal's a gym rat. I mean, he's here from morning to night, and he works at it. He studies at it. That's why he's here. He's a pro. Obviously, he was a first-round draft pick. I mean, he can throw it with the best of them. But obviously, when you look at his career, he hasn't had the wins per se that match the draft pick. That's what people would say. I'm very comfortable with him because I know what he is and what he's capable of doing. So we have a very good comfort level with each other, and that's why we've been around each other. So I know that we can put an offense around Cal Bowler and continue to win. But what I have to do, again, when you're in these situations, you're looking to be as good as you can be. And if I can put somebody else on this team that's going to make us better, that's what I have to do.
What's held Cal back in your mind?
You know, I mean, I can't speak. I was in Baltimore with him a little bit, but I think the expectation of when you get drafted as a first-round draft pick as a quarterback, you know, is hard. You know, as I said before, this league, in my opinion, for quarterbacks is set up to bring you to your knees. You know, I think it's tough. You know, you got to have the right surrounding cast with you, whether it be offensive linemen, receivers, running backs, whatever that is, and somebody who runs a system that's quarterback friendly. You know, and I'm not saying that wasn't necessarily the case, but I mean, if you look back to the things and where he's been, that was a very good defensive football team in Baltimore. You know, when he was in St. Louis, that wasn't the greatest show on turf at that time. You know, it was a little different back then. So he's been in some tough situations, in my opinion, but he's always persevered, and he's still here, and he's still fighting.
Did you alter your play calling at all yesterday with Kyle, or did you just keep the same game plan?
Oh, yeah, no, I changed it. I mean, what you do with Kyle is not what you do with Jason. Jason takes 98% of the snaps. And, you know, so you have to make sure you dial it back and give Cal a chance to make the throws that he can make, which he did. I mean, the guy was 8 of 14, and we know there's 3 or 4 passes he should have hit. And I think he knows that, and that's what he said. He needs to settle his feet a little bit, and he would have. He would have had a monster day had we hit a couple of those. But he'll get better. You know, with practice time and reps, he'll come out there. He'll come out there slinging. Now, one thing I know about him, he ain't afraid to throw it. He's going to throw it. It's going somewhere. I promise you that.
Does this force you to also accelerate Terrell at all, or are you going to keep him on the same plan as far as getting him, bringing him along?
Well, I'm going to bring him along, you know, but also if there's something where he can help this football team, I'm not opposed to doing that neither. I mean, I have to, again, I've had the young man for a week, you know, really, truly, a week and a day. You know, and trust me, he's chomping at the bit, too. I mean, it's like any competitive quarterback. They see opportunity, you know. He was texting me last night, Coach, I'm ready. You know, I'm sure he is in his mind, and that's a good thing. That's the way you want your quarterback to be. You want him to think like that and feel like that. So we'll find something for him to do because he is a talented athlete and he's going to play quarterback and he has skill. You know, but again, he hasn't had a lot of reps in our system neither because, again, we're in the season now. So what he spends a lot of time on is the scout team. So now we'll, step him up a little bit and give him a little bit more and see where he is.
Did you make a roster move today to accommodate Terrell?
Yes, we did. Yeah, we let Joe Porter go. Mm-hmm.
The offensive line seems to have gelled this season. Do you feel that way, and does it also help this whole process of the quarterback situation, so to speak?
Yes, it does. I think the line has really done a good job. Again, Coach Wiley and Steve Wisniewski, they've done a tremendous job of coaching the line. I think those guys, they're like a group, a little family, all on their own. They go in that room, they close the door, and they go to work. And when you come out, you'd be surprised at how well the group's played. I mean, it's been a maligned group in the past, but it's a group that's, I think, has worked to earn respect of their teammates and the people they play. So, yeah, you can get a quarterback, you feel very comfortable and confident that you can put someone back there to where they're going to be comfortable, whether they're going back to throw it, whether we need to run it, and I can lean on those guys a little bit. We have a very good running game here, and we know how to run the ball. So I think this is the place to be. If you're a quarterback out there and you want to come play for the Raiders, give us a call.
Coach, with only 2 active quarterbacks this season, did you actually give Shane some QB reps at all?
No, Shane's kind of unique that way. A year ago, when I was a coordinator, I would make him come down and take snaps all the time, just to prepare him. And he's very good at that. And he takes a lot of pride in that. And so one time, I think a couple times in training camp, we had him do that. And I know Shane, and I'm very comfortable with him. And he knows how to take snaps. He knows how to call plays. And obviously, he knows how to throw the ball. I mean, was that a pretty spiral or what? Guy's 1 for 1. He's 1,000%. I mean, but he's a tremendous asset for us, But obviously, he's our 3rd quarterback right now. And I'm sure he'd like to get in there and hand the ball off of 2. But hopefully, we don't get to that point.
Hugh, I'm sure you're aware of the situation in Detroit where the 2 coaches went at it. I don't know if you saw it on TV.
Oh, did I ever? Yeah,
okay.
I did.
I just wonder, as a member of the fraternity, did you cringe or do you say, hey, that's just the way it is?
I probably did a little bit of both because, sometimes I know people get emotional, and there's some new coaches that's coming to this league that's got a lot of fire and a lot of spunk about them, I guess you would say, and they get a little excited. And sometimes I think some of the older guys want to kind of keep us a little quiet over there. And, hey, I have so much respect for both of those coaches. Both gyms do a great job with their own teams, and sometimes things just escalate a little bit. You wish it doesn't happen, but I can see the personalities, heading that way. But, Jim's doing a tremendous job at San Francisco, and Jim's doing a great job at Detroit. And I think sometimes, things happen, and I think neither one of them probably wanted it to happen, but it kind of gets like that sometimes. But I'm sure any coach is going to get that tape and learn from it. I'm going to make sure I don't touch anybody on the back. I promise you that.
Go back to yesterday. I'll ask you again on the 4th and 1. Well, almost any coach would go.
I know. I slept on it last night.
I'm just serious.
I didn't sleep about it. Let me tell everybody, that's on me. That was my cute case. See, was any of you guys betting or something? There's a bunch of people mad at me when I went to go eat last night. Well, why didn't you kick? Well, what do you mean why didn't I kick? I decided not to. Were you betting on the game or something? Yeah, there's no doubt. The game would have been over. There's no question about it. We kicked the field goal. You wouldn't be asking me this right now. But if we made a touchdown, you wouldn't be saying this neither. So, again, I have a lot of confidence in my players, and I told you, one of these times I'm gonna get bit, and I almost got bit. So you learn from it. I didn't sleep last night. I'm really tired right now, and that's part of it.
What I was asking was, do you ever go back and second guess yourself, or do you say, I made that call and that's over with?
No, I made it, and but I still always go back and replay it, and I mean, I got to be a little bit smarter than that the next time. Truth be told, I do, but sometimes you can believe in your players a little too much. Sometimes good coaching is probably a little bit more important than making a decision about your players at times, and that time I probably should have kicked that ball, but I didn't. you know, and I live with that. Not our players, that's on me. And I always tell them that. I made that choice, and not them. And I'll learn from it and get better from it. You know, luckily it did not cost us. I know everybody want to tell me, oh boy, this is what you should have did, how you should have did it. That's what I did. I felt very comfortable with it. I didn't know the ball was coming back at us 96 yards. I had no idea. I didn't know they was going to get the onside kick. Trust me, my heart was starting to drop. Every tick that was going off that clock. But, you know, obviously the defense, you know, they got it done.